What did you win? You won a signed photo of me and my Speedos, mate. Of me and me gold kangaroo Speedos. Yeah. You'd like that, wouldn't you, Bilal? G'day, mate. How are ya? Oh, what's good, dude? Happy Friday to you, brother. Are you done with work yet? Yes, I would. Are you done with work yet? What's good, man? Let us wait for the people to get here. WMMA Ask Tier List. Maybe for Christmas, Cagethan. Maybe for Christmas. Maybe for Christmas. Who knows, mate? Let's get some music going for me. Ooh, yeah. Let's turn that down for you. What's up, Cage? How are you, bro? What's up, mate? I hope you're good. Happy Friday to you. Just got home. Oh, beautiful, mate. Good way to kick off the weekend, huh? The weather's looking great. The beach is looking blue. Life is good, man. Life is good. Oh, my God. We even got more fight news today as well. We got more fight news today. It looks like it's going to be Davidson Figueiredo versus Corey Sandhagen, which is crazy news. Am I nuts for picking Figueiredo? Am I just too much of a Figueiredo fan? I feel like I'm too much of a Figueiredo fan. Yeah, it's a weird one to me. I sort of go on Figgy. I'm sort of going Figgy in that one. I feel like Sandhagen has lost a lot of his aura. You know what I mean? Yeah, you got Figgy as well, Cagethan? Yeah, it's very odd, isn't it, mate? I feel like if you would have asked me like 6 months ago, Sandhagen or Figueiredo, I'd say like Sandhagen just pieces him up on the outside. He's too fast for him. Thoughts on cocaine? I mean, if you can afford it and you've got a good heart, you know, it all depends, mate. It all depends, really. It depends on the user, really. Depends on I think for Conor McGregor, probably too much. You know what I mean? Too much cocaine. But then you got personalities like Leon Edwards. Probably could use a bump. You know, before he goes out there onto a press conference. Probably wouldn't hurt if he had a little bit of a bump. So I think it depends on the user. I think it depends on how strong your heart is, your age. You know, I don't think you should be doing cocaine in your 40s. You know? Thank you, I agree. Great minds, Cagethan. Great minds. DJ Aiden, the boss, the One Direction super fan is here. He says, hello, Dougies. The boss is here. G'day, DJ Aiden. How are you, brother? What's good, mate? What's good, mate? What are you on now? 34 subs? 37 subs? You keep grinding, DJ Aiden, you beautiful bastard. You keep grinding. Oh, shall we press on with the tier list while we wait for people to get here? Or maybe people just won't rock up today. In which case, I'll just do the striking tier list by myself, live, with you three, which would be great. And then we can have the rest of the community yell at us next week when we get back to our tier lists. We could do that. 38 subs now. Look at you, DJ Aiden, you bloody legend. Look at you go, mate. Okay, Cage, I'm listening. What's your idea? I'm all ears until shit gets a bit mad in here. I'm all ears. What do you got? Why is it only us? Who knows? Who cares? Really? We're the real... Who cares? You guys are the real fans. Give your picks for the new announced fights from yesterday. What's up, Kenny, you bloody ripper? Plus Islam and Ilia, my new... Jesus. I guess I got to bring up a list of the fights to do that. Why don't you ask me one by one so I can remember... Well, okay. So Islam versus Ilia. I'm going to be going with Islam Makhachev. I think Islam Makhachev beats Ilia Topuria. I think he's just too big. Although I do like the fact that Ilia Topuria has been saying that he's going to move up to lightweight for a couple of months now. So he's clearly something that he's been planning and been very serious by himself. Dougie streaming himself, shaking his ass like every day. Mate, I don't care if we... There were literally days where I didn't have you three beautiful bastards in here. Where it was just me streaming by myself for an hour, reacting to MMA Twitter, doing tier lists by myself. Brady versus Leon. I'm going to go with Brady. What are some other ones I got announced? JDM versus Bilal. Obviously, I'm going with JDM. Figgy versus Sandhagen. I'm going to be going with Figgy. We've got to go with our girl, Alexa Grasso. We have to go. Like, I feel like if Dougie's Corner community doesn't go with Alexa Grasso, like, what are we, really? Really, are we really a brotherhood of Chads that are here every day together talking about MMA if we don't go for Alexa Grasso? Come on, mate. Of course we're going for Alexa Grasso. I'll go with Shevchenko, the Bullet. I think the Bullet will have it. I think she is really learning how to be a crafty vet in her later years. What are some other fights that got announced yesterday? That's all I can remember off the top of my head, Cagethan. Nickname tier list. Keith the Dean of the Mean Jardine. One of my all-time favorites. Ooh, we could do it. Yeah, that's a good one, Flat Eric. I'm going to bring that back up once we're finished with this. This one here. Let's get into it. Whoop. Wrong button. There we go. The top strikers in the UFC today. Now, I do feel like there are some names that need to go on to this tier list that we have not yet considered. Hey, Dougie, let's put another shrimp on the bloody barbie, mate. How are you, Super Shotgun? What's good, brother? What are some names that I remembered? We need to put Prates on this list somewhat. Let me get a notepad open. The question is, where do we put them? Right? So we need Prates. And obviously we need Yoel Alvarez, who is going to be fighting BSD, and who I believe is going to be beating BSD. Yoel Alvarez, Prates. Okay. I think they deserve to be in the top 30 strikers. The Dane of the Main, the Dane of the Main. Great old nickname. Now, Jesus, this list is going to be hard to do. The best strike. I mean, we really need Blueprint here to really start screaming at me for this one. So, Leon Kavanagh? No. No. So, Yoel Alvarez is supposed to be fighting. Yeah, no, it's been signed for the Canada card. The Canada card is like rare W for the Canada card this year. Right? Like, they're actually going to have a good card this year. And good on them, because usually they leave Canada and Australia just for dog shit cards. But I think they shat on Australia so much that they were like, actually, Canada can have a little bit of a good one. Canada can have a little bit of a good one. Okay. Bilal is not a better striker than Gaethje. I think we can agree on that. Bilal's not a better striker than Kai Kara France. I think we can agree with that. Bilal's not a better striker than Umar. I think we can agree with that. What has Bilal's best striking achievement been? Outstriking Leon Edwards, which is quite good. Which is very good. And also outstriking a one-armed Gilbert Burns. Outstriking a Sean Brady who has no striking. These are the big moments for Bilal in his striking career. Now, Alexander Volkanovski outstruck Max Holloway 3 fights in a row. So everyone is obviously going down one. Because you can't have Max Holloway above Alexander Volkanovski, can you? But can you really put Alexander Volkanovski, this is just for now, as the third best striker in the UFC? No, you cannot. What's up, Two Smelly Fingers? How are you, dude? Dougie, don't know about Leon Kavanagh. He will be a top contender by 2027. Believe you me. I don't think he will, Super Shotgun. I don't think he will. Just because your last name's Kavanagh doesn't mean you're going to be... You know, Connor isn't even a top contender anymore. Think about that, mate. What's up, Two Smelly Fingers? How are you, brother? Hope you're doing good, brother. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're going to enjoy your weekend. Now, Volk is obviously not a top 5 striker in the UFC. He's just better than Islam Makhachev. That much is for certain. Jeez, who are the top 5 strikers in the UFC? Islam outstruck Volk. Volk outstruck Max. One in the pink, one in the stink, two Smelly. That's how Smelly likes to do it. Did you not see his UFC debut? He has elite striking, been doing kickboxing since 4, and he's only 25 years old. Trust me. All right, let's have a look. Let's do it right now together. Let's take Leon Kavanagh. Let me go to me YouTube, and let's see what we got here. I'll hear you out. I'll hear you out, Shotgun. Are you telling me after one fight? Okay, so Leon Kavanagh from Cage Warriors. This is the one. He's in the UFC now. Let's have a look. Leon Kavanagh Tapology. He's going to be fighting Felipe Dos Santos. At Edwards versus Brady. Okay, let's see what he does. Let's watch some of this. Let's have a look at these striking. It's Cage Warriors, though. It's very hard to tell, right? Oh, what's up, Toad? How are you, brother? Boner Kavanagh? You got a boner for Kavanagh? Bilal, calm down. I can't watch all of this. It's 16 minutes. All this tape on Leon Kavanagh. Yeah, I'll have to watch it back, Super Shotgun. But I'll tell you what, Shotgun. Is it kind of weird that I hesitate to put someone who's got one fight in the UFC in the top 30 strikers of the UFC right now? Being a pure striker doesn't work anymore, especially in the division as skilled as flyweight. I mean, you could say that all the way up to welterweight, Totemov. You know what I mean? Like, you look at someone like Leon Edwards, he was obviously an amazing striker. And he's getting pieced up by Bilal Muhammad because of the threat of the takedown. Like, you could say that all the way up to... I mean, even like it's working against Izzy when DDP is marauding against Izzy. Izzy's dropping his hands because of the takedowns that DDP can shoot on him. So you can push it all the way up to middleweight. We'll see when Mohamed fights Alex Pereira as well. Can't believe there's going to be 3 Aussie champs by the end of the year. I know, dude. It's so good. The Aussie Glaze video that I was going to make today. Oof, it was going to be great. It was buried on the early prelims, so a lot of people didn't see it. I'm sure I watched it, but I just don't have like I don't have that autistic like sports memory that some blokes have where they can remember every single thing. So we probably watched it together, you know? Like, I'm sure I watched it. I can't remember it. You know what I mean, Shotgun? As you'd expect from a young prospect, but yep, fair enough. You can see the raw ingredients. Give it a couple of years, he could easily be the best striker in the UFC. Oh, yeah, I get that, dude. Like, who's that young gun from Australia that he's come off the Contender Series? He's got 2 fights in the UFC now. He was in the Contender Series last year. He's this Aussie kid. I can't remember his name, but he's... Yeah, I get you. You can see that he's going to be like another great boxer, like JDM. You know what I mean? Kenny, you bloody ripper, what are we Dutch ovening? What have you Dutch oven this time, mate? I'm trying to figure out who are the 5 best strikers in the UFC. Maybe JDM is up. Cody Haddon, that's it, Bilal. Thank you. Yeah, his boxing is insane. Five best strikers in the UFC. Oh, this is just the boxing tier list again, isn't it? This is just the boxing tier list. This is all just boxing up here. Elusive striking. Kicks. Yair Rodriguez levels of spinning attacks. Kicks coming out of nowhere. You know, Paulo Costa's got a nasty, like, high kick that he hides really well. You know? Paulo's got a really good high kick that he hides. Someone write the top 5 strikers in the UFC. I need some inspiration. He's one of those fighters. He's one of those fighters that has been doing kickboxing since the age of 4. So everybody else is just playing catch up. That is a wild age to start kickboxing. Hopefully he has been doing catching up on his counter grappling. Well, that's pretty sick, man. He sounds like a proper Muay Thai kid. I'll be baking a whole Dutch apple pie in my Dutch oven. That sounds like it could be dirty, but also wholesome and delicious. I don't know which way to roll with that one, Kenny. Sounds good, though. He's a mini JDM. He is a mini JDM. Yeah, Cody had in the mini JDM. He looks good already. Peyton Talbot should be number 1. I mean, Peyton Talbot could absolutely go on the list. Maybe. I'll add him to my notes. He might be able to be in the top 30 strikers of the UFC. It's going to get hard. That's what Peyton Talbot said. What's up, Johnny? How are you, brother? I'm tempted to pick Brendan Allen, but I can't get over Fluffy smushing. No, dude, Fluffy's got more ways to win the fight. You have to go with Fluffy. Fluffy's on right now. Brendan Allen, no, we can't go with him. Can't wait for the next Ark Insanity podcast. Dude, did anyone listen to Bryce Mitchell and Jesse on Fire today? It was great. It was classic Bryce Mitchell. He's back. He's so back. Edson Barboza is one of the best strikers. Edson Barboza is on the list. There's Edson right there. Edson's on the list, yep. Yep. Did anyone watch Bryce and Methy on Fire? He is on meth, isn't he? Or was that drug that you Americans are all obsessed with? Adderall. He is on Adderall, isn't he? Good old Jesse on Fire. Garbrandt is washed now, but his striking was pretty good for a while. Yeah, Garbrandt was. Well, I mean, that, you know, when Cody Garbrandt beat Dominic Cruz, that was the most beautiful thing you'll ever see in your life. It was wonderful. Yeah, but unfortunately not anymore. Yep. Is Laurent Murphy on the list, bro? Laurent Murphy is on the list, bro. Laurent Murphy's down here on the list, bro. He's on the list, bro. Fluffy has more dominant grappling than Habib. He does. He does. MDMA? No. Adderall. Amphetamines. No, Adderall. I'm saying Adderall. I'm saying the drug that you're all obsessed with. Adderall. Adderall. Did you see Brendan Allen at Media Day? No, I would never listen to Brendan Allen talk. I might catch it on Twitter, though. What did he say? He's so salty over DDP like 2 years ago. 2 years later, after DDP roast his tattoo. Well, that's because Brendan Allen's a fucking soft cock. Fuck that. He goes 2-7. That's your UFC record. Who said that? Oh, Brendan Allen still do. Fuck Brendan Allen, mate. Fuck him. Did you see Bryce Mitchell's having a grappling match with an Israeli? That has to be intentional. Oh, yeah. And it's at a catch weight as well. Yeah, they're going to try and break Bryce Mitchell's arms. But I love that Bryce Mitchell's taking it. He's such a fucking legend. He's such a fucking legend. Oh, Bryce. Oh, Bryce. Top 5 strikers in the UFC. I mean, is it crazy to put Dricus above Jan? You don't see Jan throwing a lot of high kicks. And Dricus does throw a lot of high kicks. And he's like, yes, Izzy did look good throughout the fight, but Dricus did outstrike Izzy as well, and Sean, and Whitaker. And Piotr looked good against Song, but it wasn't like a shutout. Like, it was very back and forth. Andy was very back and forth with O'Malley. In fact, he's got more diverse striking. JDM's just boxing. So is Dustin. What's Dustin doing? Dustin's throwing a few low kicks, but you don't see Dustin throwing a high kick. This is retarded. He can't be this high. You can't have Dricus as the 3rd best striker in the UFC, can you? Can you? But look at the people he's beat. And the tools that he's using. Am I going fucking crazy, chat? Oh, I don't know. My logic is making sense, but I need someone to talk me out of it. We can't have like the rest of the chat join us next week and I'm like, yeah, no, Dricus is the 3rd best striker in the name a better one. Like, fuck. We can't have that. We can't have that. My channel will get deleted. I won't be allowed in any rooms on MMA YouTube. No one will invite me onto their shows anymore. Not that anyone does. That's true. Allen is so easy to dislike. He's the ultimate salt master. He has Joe Pyfer and Jamal Hill in his corner as well. Oh my god, the trifecta of salt. At least Jamal Hill is entertaining. Yeah, well, I think Jamal Hill does it on purpose. But there's just... Brendan Allen is just a cunt. He's just a cunt. He gives me Luke Rockhold energy. He's just a cunt. You know, he's got that smug... I can dominate the world energy, but he's not very good in the cage. He's fine. Chris Curtis beat him. He's just a bit of a cunt. And not like Bilal's good eye, you know, who's my cunt, you know, who's my top cunt, being another Aussie. But he's just a cunt. Best striker, you gotta put Kron Gracie in there. On his back, legs open, just full on presenting. Strike me, says Kron Gracie. Strike me deep. Because Dricus broke strike. He kind of did break striking. He kind of did. Fuck. I think there's a difference between the best striker and the most effective striker, but this is the thing, right, Bilal? Like, here's the argument, right? Here's the argument for the best looking striker, like, say, a good, clean boxing JDM, and the most effective striker, like Dricus du Plessis, okay? And we sort of sorted this out 30 years ago when we did this MMA thing. You could go to some ancient fucking Japanese school that has been running for like 1,000 years, and they have the perfect karate. You know? The perfect karate. But it doesn't fucking matter how clean and good it looks in theory, unless when you're locked in a cage with someone, it knocks them the fuck out. And Israel Adesanya was one of the best kickboxers in the world. Sean Strickland is one of the best boxers in MMA today. And you can take all of that beautiful skill, and Dricus is just going to jump over the top of it and knock you the fuck out. What is the point of spending all these thousands of years the best karate if Drunken Master Dricus is just going to jump over your guard and knock you the fuck out? This is sort of the whole point of what we're doing here in MMA by mixing all the different martial arts. It's separating the wheat from the chaff. It's finding what is just bullshit and what actually kills a man. And Dricus is teaching the entire MMA community to go and shove all that prack up your ass and get in the cage and knock cunts out. He's breaking striking. He's breaking the rules of the game. It's fucking crazy. You're right, Alan is just so unlikable, and he's got that go-away heat and his stupid pointy-ass chin. You just want to fucking hit his chin, shotgun. You just want to hit it. Top shelf cunt? Yeah, like Bilal's a top shelf cunt. Too Smelly, you're a top shelf cunt. All of you boys are top shelf cunts. You're legendary cunts. Brendan Allen's just a cunt. You know, there's a different energy. Don't forget about Paul Craig, mate. Best striker in his weight class. Fuck my ass. Paul fucking Craig. Is MVP on the list? MVP is on the list. Where's MVP? There he is. No, that's Leon. No, wait. Hang on. Where is he? There he is. Right there. Yeah. There he is. MVP. Right there. Have you noticed how now that the fight is official, all the Paddington haters are slowly coming to the reality and coping that Paddy will choke Chandler out and make a preemptive, and they're making preemptive copes and excuses? What are the excuses? What are the excuses that they're coming up with, Shotgun? If this was purely skill, Sandhagen and Gary top 10, but they are both unathletic nerds who don't know enough to win. That's the thing, Toad. It comes down to the conversation again. Like, are we making like the guys that know the best way to throw a textbook punch and a jab? You know, like, yeah, you're right. Corey Sandhagen is such a good excuse of that, Toad, because he can read 1,000 books on the best way to MMA. Well done, bro. Well done. First, feet in the chat for bro who's first. Like, Corey Sandhagen can read 1,000 books on the art of war and the 7 rings, and you can read about being a savage. Or you could just be Dricus du Plessis and just be a fucking savage. You know, you can't teach savagery. You know, you just can't teach that. Can't teach it. But that's what I'm going to tell my disciples when I open up the school in Thailand at the compound. It'll be very simple. I'll take out a piece of bamboo and I'll fucking hit you over the knuckles with it. And if your face doesn't flinch, you're in. Welcome. Welcome to Dougie's School of Martial Arts. But if you get a little, you're out. You can't teach savagery. DDP's breaking the rules and breaking noses. Exactly, Smelly. Exactly. Saying Mike is old and has a negative fight... they're saying that Michael Chandler is old and he has negative fight IQ, so it doesn't count. When 2 months ago, they were saying he would put Paddy in a body bag. Just... Yeah, this is the thing about the coping fans. The coping fan base. Yeah. Yeah. My brother wants everyone to know that Topuria is actually moving up a weight division, just in case you guys hadn't heard the news. breaking news. Breaking news coming from my bro. It's happening. It's happening. And I think he's too small. Breaking news. Bro, you should start an MMA YouTube channel. With hot takes like this, at the rate at which you get them out, you'll have 39 subs in no time. Let's try and suss out this tier list. Okay, so we have essentially decided might start a news channel. Yeah, MMA on Drip. Drip Feed MMA. It's not a bad channel name, brother. Okay, so we have established that. Is Sandhagen on here? Fuck, we got to talk about Sandhagen being on here. Fuck. Sandhagen. This is going to be a very hard list to do. The top 30 strikers in the UFC right now. This is going to be a hard list to do. Okay, Islam. He's going to war with Dustin, but Dustin's one of the best strikers. Islam's getting caught by Moicano, though. You can't be having that. Islam is outstriking Charles Oliveira, though. Did beat Hooker and Bobby Green. Islam's very good. VOLK is a better striker than Piotr. Piotr is making these things seem like wars. Yuri is a better striker than Piotr. Yes. Yes. Something like this. Anyone else hyped on the boxing card this weekend? Best boxing card of all time. All kinds of drama and late replacement. Yeah, I was listening to a couple of fight podcasts today. Apparently there's been a whole bunch of changes to the boxing card. I'm not hyped for it because I don't care about boxing at all. But I will say, good on boxing and good on the Saudi government, Turk al-Sheikh al-Ashiki. Good on them all for being able to actually hold this boxing card together. Because usually when a boxing card has cancellations, the whole thing just fucking falls apart. But boxing actually managed to do what UFC does and hold a card together when shit goes wrong. So good on them. Based Martin Bacol. It's insane. Martin Bacol? Who's Bacol? Who's that? I don't know. The heavyweight champ, Dubois, got sick and Bacol stepped in to fight Parker. Oh, right. He's the boxer. Fucking good on him. Good on him. Well done. Again, boxing don't usually do shit like that, so it's good. You would never see this in boxing before the Saudi money. No, I don't think you would. So thank God that Saudi Arabia just told the Ali Act to go and fuck itself and started running boxing itself. It's great. It's really great to see. It makes it good for boxing fans. Here's the problem with putting Aspinall on a strikers list. Here's the problem. Well, there's not a lot of tape on Aspinall. You don't see a lot of Aspinall, right? But when we're talking about O'Malley, check this out, right? Sean O'Malley's career, yeah? Number one, Merab's landing on him. Tapology Sean O'Malley. Merab's landing on O'Malley. Yeah? Piotr Jan, life and death fight with O'Malley. Pedro Muniz. That fight was close until O'Malley poked his fucking eyes out. Marlon Vera, you got O'Malley fucking injured, but that's because Marlon landed the kick. And then there's a fight somewhere. I don't remember which one it was. But O'Malley's dead-legged the entire fight, managing to stay in the fight because his opponent is retarded and doesn't realize that he's hurt. And again, that's from O'Malley getting kicked in the leg and his leg giving out again. I can't remember what it was. Can't remember what the name of his opponent was. But O'Malley has holes in his striking that get exposed every now and then. And Tom Aspinall, he might get grazed on the chin. But then he's Andre Solkarth. Is that the one? Yeah. So Andre Solkarth did the same thing that Marlon Vera did to him and fucking dead-legged him. Except he didn't realize that O'Malley was hurt. So O'Malley, as good as he is, which means these two need to be really close to each other. So as O'Malley, as good as he is, things do slip away from him. So I think you put Tom Aspinall there because things don't slip away from him. And again, we can talk about how beautiful striking is till the fucking cows come home. The question is, when you throw a punch, a cunt still standing or not? Even the best have bad time, yet they do, Bilal. But I'm not talking about, oh, this was one bad night. I'm talking about the Muniz fight being close as fuck, the Piotr Jan fight being close as fuck, and the Andrei Solkomath fight, he gets hurt. And Marlon Vera hurts him as well in their first fight. That's the reason that he couldn't finish the Marlon Vera fight, because Marlon Vera kicked him in the leg. Like, this isn't everyone has a bad night. This is 4 examples of you not being the top 10 striker in the UFC. O'Malley was losing the Muniz fight, lost the first round, then poked his eye out in the second round. They treated it as like a win, gave him a number 1 contender fight against Jan. It was absolutely Dana White privilege. I agree, Shotgun. That's why I struggled to put Sean O'Malley in the top 10. I really struggle to do that. And if I'm not putting Sean O'Malley in the top 10, then I'm moving Jan out as well, because these two prove to be neck and neck, and I need to separate them a little bit more. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna stick. I think I'm gonna stand on that business. I think I'm gonna layer. Yeah. Yeah. Volk lost a round to Elka, but Bilal, did you notice I'm not talking about a round here? I'm talking about 4 fights that have holes in them. You know? I can understand everyone loses a round. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. Yuri is getting touched up by Glover Teixeira. I get it. Like, Yuri, you know, like, what are you going to say? Oh, Glover Teixeira was just a fucking grappler and Glover was hitting Yuri. I get it. But do you see what I'm saying about O'Malley? Like, there's a string of question marks. When you really look at it, there's a string of question marks with O'Malley. Andre would have beat O'Malley if he didn't have the negative fight IQ and just told him to stand up. He would have won that fight that instant. Exactly, Shotgun. And that was happening with the damage from the low kicks that he was throwing. And it's the same low kicks that Vera threw that put O'Malley out of the fight. And then he goes neck and neck with Jan, and Merab is landing on him. Kai Kara France is a pretty good striker. Kai Kara France is a pretty good striker. There he is on the strikers list. Well done, bro. That's not a very casual take at all. Don't go sleeping on Kai Kara France. Don't forget about Kai Kara France, man. O'Malley has 0 elite wins that don't have an asterisk. Jan robbery, Aljo forced to a quick turnaround to an early stoppage. He has literally no other top 10 wins. The guy is pure Dana White privilege. You're not wrong. You get it? See, how can we put O'Malley? So now, after we've had this conversation, can you put O'Malley in a top 10 striker? Can you put O'Malley as a top 10 striker? I don't think you can. Never been the type to bend to budge, the wrong button to push. No friend, no bush. I'm a centerpiece. You're a Maltese. I'm a pit bull off his leash. All this peace talk can cease. I had to leave in limbo. I'm back now. I've come to release this info. But let me just keep shit simple. Can a bitch don't want no beef with Slim? No, not even on my radar. Sorry. Okay. Sean Strickland, MVP, Robert Whittaker. Let's get photos of the other guys that need to be considered. Let's do that. What have we got here? Chat is very quiet today. Where is everyone? It's just one of those days, brother. It's all good, mate. I actually prefer a quieter chat. I'm not going to lie to you because I can actually interact with you guys instead of having to say, like, do you guys get annoyed when, like, the chat is going so fast, you say a sentence and I only have time to go, yeah, true. Like, I get annoyed at that. You guys are taking the time to hang out with me. Let's get Carlos Prates. I get annoyed at that. Like, I like to hang out with you guys and talk a bit of shit and just take it nice and slow. Alexander Volkov is a pretty good striker. Alexander Volkov is a pretty good striker, but I don't know if Alexander Volkov can go in the top 30 strikers of the UFC, brother. This is the thing. Like, this isn't a who's a pretty good striker tier list. This is a who are the fucking 30 best strikers in the UFC. And Volkov's not bad. Volkov's not bad. I just don't know if he's top 30. I'll put his head down in the. I'll put his head down there for consideration. These are the heads down here that are in consideration. So we got Prates. He needs a ciggy in his mouth. I can't believe he's a fucking full-time smoker. Let's do Alexander. I'll get Alexander Volkov. Hang on. I don't think you'll make it onto the list though, brother. Mum will be fucking devastated. He's a good Orthodox boy. Alexandra, that's actually Serbian. He's actually a Serbian boy. I was on ITP earlier, posted like 50 comments, and he read 2 of them because there's so many comments. I know it's not his fault, but yeah, it's not the same when it's only a few people. Yeah, I agree, dude. I agree. That's why, like I've said before, the plan is, if it ever gets to that point, I'm going to do secret streams. I'm going to do secret streams with the OGs. He's the 3rd ranked best heavyweight ever. Ever? I don't know about ever, but right now, for sure. There's Volkov down there. We can introduce Volkov to the conversation. You are fucking Volkov glazing hard right now, bro. Yoel Alvarez. Yoel Alvarez. People forget, man. Yoel Alvarez. Going through the lightweight rankings as it's a murderer's fucking row. Ugh. How do you spell Yoel Alvarez? There it is. Drugs, rock, and Hennessy. Talk on my park on my enemies. Got you under siege. Somebody you would give a lung to be. Hungry like a fucking younger me. Is Prates like a true daily pack-a-day smoker, or he does just do it on occasion? No, I think he said it. He was doing an interview. I think he has like not a pack a day, but he'll punch through 4 or 5 darts a day. Jan Blachowicz is a pretty good striker. Jan is a pretty good striker. Don't go sleeping on Jan. Jan is a pretty good striker. He is. He has held his own with Alex Pereira. People forget, man. Kind of beat Alex Pereira. There's Yoel Alvarez down there. Who else is on my list? Peyton Talbot. Now, I know we have a photo of Peyton Talbot cruising around. Where's me photo of Peyton Talbot? I got one of them cruising around. Do I not have a photo of Peyton Talbot? Oh, I think it's just a photo of a vape pen. When he stuck a vape pen up his ass. I'm pretty sure that's all it is. No, there it is. Peyton Talbot. Yep. I know Sabaraka used to drink like a fish and smoke a pack a day. What a savage, man. Yeah, but that were different times, you know what I mean, bro? They were different times. Like, there were times when, like, Aussie football players used to have a beer and have a cigarette at quarter time. Mikhail. You got to talk about Mikhail. Crazy motherfucker. Paulo Costa. Landed on Whitaker. Caio Baralho. Got to talk about Caio Baralho, man. Diego Lopez. Jan Blachowicz. Diego Lopez. Holy shit, this is going to be a hard list to do. Fucking hell. How are we going to do this, boys? Hey, what's up, Tim? How are you, brother? All right, this has got to be it for names we're considering. See, I don't think Volkov makes it onto the top 30 strikers in the UFC today. I just don't think he makes it. If only Talbot could defend a takedown. What about the Roman Kopylov? Roman's very good. Don't forget about Roman Kopylov. Hey, Roman, would you like to go striking? How are you, Tim? Don't go sleeping on the Roman Kopylov. Hey, Roman, would you like to go striking? If only Talbot could defend a takedown. Okay, so Sean Strickland. Oh, Wonder Boy. Fuck, there's so many good strikers. Oh, my God. Yeah, Wonder Boy is a top 30 striker. That is true. Where's my Wonder Boy photo? Hang on. I know I've got a Wonder Boy photo. I don't need to download another. Song Yadong. What about Song Yadong? People forget, man. What about Song Yadong? Chinese condoms? Song Yadong? Where's my Wonder Boy photo? Jared Cannonier is very good. Who's Dong? Your Dong, mate. Bo Nickel is absolutely not making the list. Jared Cannonier is very good. No, I lost my photo of Wonder Boy. I used to have a photo of Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy is too old at this point. He just gets slept by he just got slept by Buckley. So you don't think that Wonder Boy still makes it into the 30 best strikers in the UFC right now? You think he slipped out of that one? Don't go forgetting Corey Sandhagen. Oh, yeah, I had Corey Sandhagen down here. So, no, I got to add Corey Sandhagen. Fuck, mate. This is going to be impossible. This is actually going to be impossible. Where's Corey Sandhagen? I think we need to do a poll on whether or not... I think we need to do a poll. Oh, we're already doing a poll. Oh, so, yeah. Is Wonder Boy a top 30 striker still? Maybe Wonder Boy's at the bottom, but he could be down the bottom. He could be down here somewhere. Yeah, for sure. Jared Cannonier. Don't forget about Jared Cannonier. Fucking Jared Cannonier. Good work, mate. Good work. Crazy fight last fight, Jared. Good work. Upload. Because all Sandhagen is doing is just switching from left to right these days. All right, there's Cannonier. There's Sandhagen. All right. Surely these are the people that are in consideration for the top 30 strikers. Okay. Right, now we can begin working our way through the list. What a nightmare this is going to be. We're going to be on this for weeks. Valentina Shevchenko, in your dreams, mate. She doesn't count. This is MMA. MMMA. Right. Jeez, look at these names. You know, you really do wonder, right? If we're talking about... But I love her. I know you do. I know you do, mate. If we're talking about Dricus as the third best striker because of effectiveness, right? This list is going to take you a month to finish. Johnny, the boxing tier list took us 2 to 3 weeks. And we worked on it every day during the live streams, brother. I've got a feeling this is going to take longer. Okay, chat, hear me on this one. How I need you to tell me how retarded I am. And let me explain myself before we finish. Before you say very retarded, Doug. Just hang on a second. If we're talking about Tom Aspinall and Dricus du Plessis because of how effective they are, we sort of need to talk about Sean Strickland. Because his style, while good, is it effective at winning fights? How often is Sean Strickland going to close decisions? You know what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? If you're constantly going to close decisions, do you really have that effective of a striking style? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we've established that Wonder Boy is without a doubt a top 30 striker. Maybe he's just at the bottom. So let's move Curtis out for now. Let's put Wonder Boy down the bottom somewhere. Where the fuck is my Wonder Boy photo? I don't have a Wonder Boy photo. I deleted it. Juliana Pena is in the same boat as DDP and Sean. Is hers as effective? I guess it is. I mean, she beat Amanda Nunes. Well, Amanda Nunes beat herself. Not like that. Sergey Pavlovich, he's a pretty good striker. Don't go sleeping on Sergey Pavlovich. You're not wrong. Sergey Pavlovich is a pretty good striker. Strickland matches up great with guys like Izzy and Imavov. He's cooked against guys like DDP, Pereira, and Prime Cannonier. So if he's cooked against people marching forward, it's hard to argue that Sean Strickland is the 11th best striker in the entire UFC, isn't it? So we could move Sean Strickland down around the pressure strikers. Like we could move the pressure strikers above Sean Strickland by that logic, Totemov. Like you could move Gaethje up for pressure, high pressure strikers. Whitaker, MVP. Manel Kape doesn't really know when to bite down. Figueiredo. These pressure strikers. Prates. Knocking people out. Pressure strikers. Yes. 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 Wonder Boy only eats his sandwiches on Wonder Bread. I mean, he just wants to have a good time, mate. I don't think we have Wonder Bread in Australia, by the way. I don't think we have that. Is that bread that's rainbow coloured? I don't think we have that. Pena is the only UFC fighter to ever get dropped by Raquel Pennington. Fuck me, that is embarrassing for her. Michael Venom Page, he's pretty good. Don't fall asleep on Michael Venom Page. Michael Venom Page is right there, bro. Right there. There's Michael Venom Page. Don't go sleeping on Michael Venom Page. Neil might finish Prates. It's the real gut check for Prates, isn't it? I think so as well, because Jeff Neal is no man's weak chin. I don't have Jeff Neal on this list. This is an impossible task. Cap got outstruck by Muhammad Mokaev and looked like shit against someone whose name I forgot. Let's put him in the consideration bin. All right. Let's see if we can squeeze Manel Kape back into the top 30. Ian the Cut Gary is pretty good as well. Fuck. We should put him in the consideration bucket down here, shouldn't we? Paulo Costa hasn't won a fight in 3 years, bro. What the fuck is he doing with his career? Memeing. Having a good time on Twitter. You know, I train, have the sex, make the secret juice. He's just having a good time. What am I doing? Jeff Neal. Jeff Neal's very good. I believe Jeff Neal could have finished Ian Gary. He could have beaten Ian Gary. Jeff Neal's very good. Very underrated is Jeff Neal. Very overlooked modern day Jeff Neal. Very underappreciated fighter. And then, of course, Ian the Cuck Gary. And then Ian the Cuck Gary. Let's get Jeff Neal and Ian Gary onto the tier list, boys. Get rid of Yoli's only good win was... Get rid of Costa. His only good win was Yol, which was a borderline robbery. Yeah, you know, I like Costa, and I do think he is a good striker, but I don't think there's enough room in the top 30 strikers to justify him being there. I can agree with that. I can agree with that. So where's my Costa photo? Someone help me here. I don't think he's even in here. Yeah, Polo's not even in the top 30 anymore. We've booted him. Emmett, yeah. Leon, yep. Costa's been, Costa's down here. Yeah, Costa, we don't need to worry about Costa. Yep. Michael Chandler is definitely not a top 30 striker. Jeff Neal, we got to consider Jeff Neal. Jeff Neal's very good. And of course, Ian Gary. Eventually, we've got to get around to thinking about Ian Gary. Yeah. Yep. I've got 2K on Silva and Prates to get fraud checked this year. Silva one I don't know about, Tim. He's a very creative striker, but he could get caught because he's fucking all over the place. So I don't know about that one. But Prates, yeah, I could see that happening. I think Prates is going to get fraud checked by his gas tank. Is Jan Blachowicz on the list? He's in the consideration pool. Where is he? He's down here in the consideration pool. I mean, he did beat up Israel Adesanya on the striking. And he stood with... He's the only light heavyweight to survive 3 rounds with Alex Pereira. That's certainly deserving of recognition, for sure. I don't know if he belongs here, but he definitely belongs in the top 30 for that, you'd say so, right? Hopefully you have your neighbor Kai Kara France in the top 5. He's not in the top 5, but he might come knocking on my door and force his way into my top 5. Ian Gary belongs nowhere near this list after getting embarrassed by a 38-year-old MVP and having a crutch sniff for his life to steal a decision. Does that make you feel like you're putting MVP too high then? Jan had to go to the wrestling with Alex. He did, but he still survived, and he's outboxed Israel Adesanya. It's Silva's lateral movement. It's clear as day to me, and just a matter of time before he moves into it. That's what I mean, man. You've worded it better than I did. You've articulated it way better, but we're picturing the exact same thing, Timmy. We're picturing the exact same thing. Jan is 42, coming off double solo shoulder. Keep him low until the Allberg fight. Yeah, maybe even not on the list. Like, look how stacked the considerations section is. Like, are we really going to say, like, we can't find anyone higher than Jan? What are your thoughts on Merab Dvalishvili? What, Dvalishvili? He's growing on us. He's growing on the fans, isn't he? It's kind of funny to watch him bounce around and be a retard. Kevin Holland did better than Ian Cucciato in the striking against MVP. Yeah, he did. Fuck. That buries Ian. That's a good one. Remind me, Shotgun, when people are like, why isn't Ian Gary in the top 30? Because Kevin Holland did better than MVP. Well, then it's only you and me and all of MMA YouTube that's... all of MMA. What's up, Chris? How are you, brother? O'Malley is going to drop Merab a few times. What are we ranking? We're trying to pick out the 30 best strikers in the UFC. O'Malley is going to drop Merab a few times in the rematch. I fucking hope he does. Buttered Pop-Tarts tier list stream. Yeah, when? When I've tried them all. Christian Grey. Ian has that over technical Corey Sandhagen. Style striking. Over technical style. Yeah. Where it looks better than it is effective. And I think we've established that when it comes to striking, it doesn't matter how pretty it looks. It matters how hard you can put someone's fucking head through the canvas. Alexander Rakic is in a top 30. You know it. I know he flies the Serbian flag, but he's not a top 30. Corey can crack, though, unlike Soy Ian with his soy weak vegan. Okay. Yes, he is soy weak and vegan. Super Shotgun. That's true. You've got to put Sean and Jan in here somewhere. You just have to. You can't not have Sean and Jan on this list. They need to go in there somewhere. I think Jan is a better striker than Umar. You know, I don't think Bilal should be on this list. I don't think Bilal can fit. With all the good, clean strikers, I don't think Bilal's pitter-patter because people are scared of the boxing, are scared of the takedown, can make it onto the list. Like, he's not throwing damaging shots like Islam Makhachev is. Yeah, I don't think we can put Bilal on this list. Like, how can you have Bilal on the list but not have, say, Cannonier? You know? It just doesn't work. Jeff Neal is definitely higher than Bilal. Yeah, Chris, but I don't even reckon Bilal fucking belongs there, man. DDP does not belong in the top 5. Number 7, I reckon. I'm willing to work that. I'm willing to rework that. Who do you reckon Topuria fights at 155 if not for the title shot straight away, Chris? Probably DDP. Probably Dustin Poirier. Probably Dustin Poirier. Put Ankalaev. He's the second best striker at light heavyweight now that Jan is getting old. Put Ankalaev. He's the second best striker at light. He is. But out of everyone else in the UFC, I don't know if Ankalaev cracks the top 30. This is the thing. Hey, Aussie showing Sir bias there? Well, we've got the same mother. So, you know. Bilal isn't a top 30 striker. Yep. He's not the top 30 striker, no. A female porn star has more knockdowns over UFC fighters than Bilal, who fought 20 times in the promotion. A female porn star. Are you talking about Paige Van Zandt? Oh, fuck the fact that can be a sentence. I don't think Bilal can fit. I bet that's been said to him a lot throughout his life. I don't think he fits in here. Bilal belongs nowhere near this list. Yep. Least intimidating fighter ever. Yep. Ellie Brooke dropped Paige Van Zandt. More knockdown than Bilal. Yep. Jan needs to be on this list. Jan Blachowicz needs to be on this list. So who's got to go? Jeff Neal is a nightmare. That's what I'm saying. Dude, Jeff Neal is like criminally underrated. Criminally underrated. Ilia could face Paddy if he defeats Chandler. True, but I think they'd be looking for a quicker turnaround. Like, unless Paddy just chokes out Chandler clean, they're gonna need to do something. This track fucking wrong. I'm happy you like it, Tim. I'm happy you like it. So who on this list do you boot out to put in Jan Blachowicz? Wonderboy, Rob Font, Edson Barboza, Buckley, Laurent Murphy, Royval, Neal, Josh Emmett, Leon Edwards, Jared Cannonier. Like, who out of those names are you eliminating to put in Jan Blachowicz? You know what I'm saying? Maybe Rob Font. Is he a step behind? Is Rob Font a step behind? Has he fallen out of... Or Edson Barboza? So what do you do, Toad? You put Jan and Allberg down the very bottom and then you kick out Wonderboy and Font? Maybe. Hand sanitizer boy getting a hiding from fucking Paddington. Hand sanitizer boy. Adopt me, mate! Adopt me! Take Barboza out? Yeah, or Rob? Yeah. I'll let the chat decide. Because Sean O'Malley still isn't on this. Look, we got to kick out. We have to kick out 2 people. We're forgetting Michael Johnson. The GOAT Michael Johnson. I don't think Michael Johnson is making it. I think the list is too tight. Too tight. Who are you picking, Jan versus Allberg? Because you should have your pick. I'm picking Allberg. Toad. I'm picking Allberg. I don't think you can be fucking 46, 42 years old, coming off like 1,000 shoulder surgeries, and stand against an up-and-coming kickboxer like Allberg. So maybe Allberg should go on the list. But I can't put Allberg on this list above everyone else, above the other people that are on this list. Kick out Emmett. Okay, we don't even need to argue about that. That frees up some room. Emmett's gone. Your subscriber count is currently my favorite MMA mate. My subscriber count? What do you mean? My sub count? What are my subs at? I don't even know what my subs are at. What are my subs at? I don't know. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean, Cage. My subscriber count is currently the favorite MMA mate. What do you mean, brother? Rob Font. Rob Font's gone. We see a Rob Font. So, Jan's there for now, but the second Allberg sleeps him, he's out. Sean O'Malley is on there for now. We are going to have to start doing eliminations, aren't we? We're going to have to start voting for eliminations for kicking people out of the top 30 to really start to tighten this up. Yeah, I don't see how else we're going to do this. Hey, Aussie, you're supposed to be a casual. Just say Aldo. I'm pretty sure I had Aldo. No, I didn't get... Aldo didn't even make the consideration. Yeah, we got to get Aldo on there. I'm just on the UFC rankings website, and he listens to me talk about MMA a lot. Anytime we hang out, I force the MMA conversation upon him. So, poor little brother. Yair needs to be in there too. Yair is there. Yair is there. No, Yair's down here somewhere. Where's Yair? I'm sure I had him in here before. Yeah, we got to get Yair in here as well. I'm just going through every fighter in the top 15 of every division and trolling. I mean, it's been effective. It's been effective. Poirier at number 4, though. Really? We've not locked this in, Shotgun. I'm just thinking out loud here. We were talking about moving Dricus du Plessis down lower. When Neil KO's Prates, we'll be switching on the list. True. We will. When Prates gasses out. What is this list? This is... we're attempting to do the top 30 strikers in the UFC. This is day 2 of tackling this list. It's very hard to do. We're attempting to do the top 30 strikers in the UFC tier list. Not even tier list. Yeah, just list. The top 30 strikers in the UFC. It's a pain in the ass. Bilal's never making the list. He's never making the list. There's too many good strikers for Bilal to ever make the list. Kiko Barboza is old. He can't even fucking kick anymore. But 2 fights ago, he just took it. Connor's not in there. Jan should be in Holloway's spot. I don't hate that. But don't you think that Gaethje is a better striker than Petr Yan? Wouldn't you say that Gaethje's a better striker than Petr Yan? Swap old man Connor with Cannonier with Caio Braujo. Oh, my camera. My camera. My mom. There we go. Prates is on here. Prates is... Where's Prates? Where's Prates? He was down here. Amir Albazi. Yeah, Jan is better. No, Jan is better than Justin Gaethje. You reckon? Jan mops Gaethje. Okay, all right. We're getting some agreement. So Jan, okay, so we can move Jan. Where Gaethje, we're starting to lock in. Now we've actually agreed who's on the list. But Gaethje's better than Figueiredo. Gaethje's better than Figueiredo. There's Prates there. I thought I saw Prates there. Gaethje's better than Figueiredo. Don't give me that shit. Don't fucking try and tell me that Gaethje isn't better than Figueiredo. Fuck, we didn't even talk about Fiziev, who I think beat Gaethje, just by the way. Gaethje has another uppercut, a hook, and a leg kick. True, but it is very effective. Those 3 tools have gotten him to the top of lightweight. Although Fiziev did piece him up, didn't he? Jeez, maybe Gaethje should be lower, huh? Prates, yeah, Prates is... I just saw him. There he is. We got Prates there. Figgy's a 2-time champ and went life and death with Jan, who is a champ level. Gaethje ain't done shit in years, and he got slept by 100. Oh, shotgun, that's good. That's good. Put Figgy and Justin in a poll. I don't think we need to after that, Tim. I think shotgun just fucking buried Gaethje. Buried him. Done. Gaethje just lost a ranking. That was a good... That's what makes the tier list conversations fucking good sentences like that, shotgun. That one just buried Gaethje. Gaethje isn't a champ. Gaethje's just a Chad. Figgy is sick. True. Figgy better than Gaethje. I like it. Where's Imavov? You got to kick out Cannonier and add him or Kyle Barrejo. Let me get my notes. Hang on. So I got Kyle Barrejo floating down the bottom in the considerations. Yeah. Who do you pull out? I guess Barboza's gone, so Kyle Barrejo can make the list, right? That makes sense, yeah. As in, I don't think he's a better striker for Jan. You're just talking about Gaethje's weapons? Yeah. No, I agree. Figgy's better. Yep. Didn't Sarukian knock out someone recently? No, you're thinking of the life and death fight he had with Oliveira. All right, guys, we've made good inroads on this. We're going to come back to this. We're going to get out of here. I'm going to get out of here. That's an hour. Thank you so much for the guys that did join me on this stream. Everyone, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I like the quieter streams, to be honest. Alex looks like a rock on there. I know he does, doesn't he? Jan is a top 10. Oh, yeah, Oliveira. Oh, yeah. Okay, so who... Last one, then. Last one. We can actually do this. Who in this bottom do you take out to replace with Petr Yan? You can't not have Volk in there. He destroyed Holloway and Aldo. You can't not have Volk in there. Volk has to be in the top 10. He has to. Volk has to be in the top 10. He has to be. He has to be. Jeff Neal hasn't had good striking for ages. Not true. Jeff Neal was outstriking Ian Gary, I feel. I feel like Jeff Neal, if he had just stepped on the gas a little bit more, he would have beaten Ian Gary. I think Jeff Neal is super underrated. Portuguese Herzog. Super underrated. You see Volk getting KO'd 3 times in a row and then retiring. He's not losing. Yuri's out of the top 10. I like it. Okay, so Yuri is going to go here for now. Neal turned Gary into a wrestler. Yeah, Jeff Neal's very underrated by the community. Very underrated. Tasty changes have been made. Where's Kamaru Usman and Colby Covington? Nowhere near this fucking list, mate. Nowhere near this list. All right, that'll do. Where's the anti-Daggy bias? This live is losing its way. That's why we need you, Tim, to maintain the rage. We need you to maintain the anti-Dagestani rage. Favorite kind of pizza? Meat lovers with chicken. Had one this week, actually, on Wednesday night. Remember when Jeff Neal got outpointed by Magny? Yeah, that's true. But Magny's not shit. You know, Magny's stayed in the top 15 for like 1,000 years. Buckley, yeah, Buckley's down here. Buckley is our 26th best striker. Peace, my favorite down under deck. Peace to you, boys. Everyone turns into a... Yeah, because Gary's not very good, is he? All right, boys, I'm out of here. Thank you so much for joining me. I really fucking appreciate it. If you are a member, which most of you are, there is going to be a meme reaction video tomorrow. Sorry that I didn't get to a video today. I apologize. It was a very busy day at work. I'm going to be live streaming all of UFC Seattle. So, yeah, I'll see you guys then. It'll be a fucking good time. And then we'll work on this list a little bit more next week. So, yeah, I think Jan is a better striker than Holloway personally. Holloway gets hit clean despite every fight. So does Jan, though. Like, him and Song Yudong had a very competitive fight. Yeah. But we'll pick this up next week, you know? It took us 2 weeks to figure out the best boxers tier list. We'll probably get through this one a little bit quicker. Yeah. All right, I'm out of here, boys. See you later. Have a good one. Have a good weekend. I'll see you guys on Saturday night, Sunday for the streams. Peace out. Canadian flags in the stream. See you.